Hey everybody, how's it going? Here's a little update video for you today about Borderlands 2. First of all, I want to let you guys know that on the Borderlands2.com official page, under the characters section, you now have the skill tree calculators up and available. So you can see all the different heroes' abilities and start to plan your build, which I'm going to do here in a second with my character. The other thing I want to let you know is that the 4-player team has been fully assembled now for the Let's Play series that we're going to be bringing for you. Me and Deagle are returning from Borderlands 1. As far as the casting that came last week for filling the team out, I have Taz and Doughboy coming for you. You'll get to meet them more and know more about them as the time progresses. Also, I have Reseeder as my fallback. He's my wingman just in case we need to fill a spot for some kind of emergency situations. So the team has been assembled. Now let's talk about the heroes. Not everybody has chosen their heroes out 100% fully yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going like this. I think Taz is going to go with Axton, the soldier type character. Deagle said if no one, since no one really wants the siren, he's going to go with the siren. So that's Maya or Maya, depending how you'd like to say it. We got the Gunzerker Salvador, who dual wields all these different weapons. He's the powerhouse. And then you have me, Zero, who is the assassin. Now, Zero, oh my god, when I saw these characters, I already wanted to be the sniper from the get-go. I played the sniper in the first one, and I just love killing people from really far away by shooting them in the face. That's just fun. Now, I'm not the best sniper in the whole world, but, you know, I'll get better as we play. So when the series starts, make sure you understand that I haven't played a first-person shooter in a while. We're going to have to get warmed up on this, but I promise you I will get better as we go. But I wanted to be the sniper from the get-go no matter what hero it was. And then when I look at these character portraits, I think to myself, oh my god, this guy is freaking awesome. And I just so happen to be lucky enough that he is the sniper character in the game. So if you click on the character, you get to see some information here. Bio is hidden, tells you his special power. But now you've got the skill tree here. And it's going to take you to the skill tree calculator. So I toyed around with this for, you know, a little while before I started recording this video. And I kind of already got a build figured out for my character. And I'm going to talk to you for a minute and explain why. So, as exactly the same as the first game, you have 3 different branches that you can choose to go down and specialize in one fully or kind of be more of a hybrid and pick from all or 2 of them. I'm going to go very, very heavy down the sniping tree, rely on my accuracy, rely on my weapons. I almost always stay away from the melee tree. And then cunning is more of your revolver / close range weapon talents. However, they are useful for snipers as well. So let's talk about his main ability, Deception. Basically, you create a holographic decoy and go invisible. Very similar to kind of how the siren used to work, but you actually have a decoy there. The longer you're invisible, the more damage your next attack deals, but ending your invisibility sooner causes your next cooldown to come back faster. So it's a give and take relationship. You can wait longer to do more damage, or you can get out of it sooner so you can use the ability faster. I like that dynamic. And it works for your melee damage or your gun damage. So it's a good oh shit ability to save your ass because you can go invisible and you put down a decoy, and it's also a good damage boosting ability. So you're going to have to grab that before you even open up the other 3 skill trees. Now that that's open, let's take a look at these abilities. Headshot increases critical damage from any weapon. That's obviously really good to have. Sniper rifles, or you're going to be aiming for the head, and they already do so much critical damage that increasing it further is obviously, you know, desired. The way I look at skill trees is, remember, you're choosing from one of 2 things as you're going down. So usually what you want to do is compare 2 abilities and see if there's one you prefer more than the other. You can obviously grab both at the cost of spending more points, but if you want to climb further down the tree, then you kind of have to pick one over the other. So with this increased damage, or this increasing my zoom or my aim, I went with the damage. The reason why for this is because I found that in Borderlands 1, sometimes the furthest zoom is not always desirable because you'll be often having to go down your sights and have enemies somewhat close to you. So able to see very far away is not always beneficial. And since this is a static thing, I don't really want to have a permanent additional zoom on my weapons. The aim steadiness sounds actually very nice, but because there's other talents further down the tree that are going to increase my aim, I figured this wasn't ideal. So we're going to go ahead and put all 5 shots, or all 5 points in the headshot, which unlocks the next part down. Now we have Precision for accuracy, or we have Killer, which gives you a bonus to critical hit damage and reload speed for a few seconds when you kill an enemy. For this, I went with Precision because accuracy on sniper rifles is, oh my god, important. I tell you what, snipers really suck early in the game because you'll be aiming right at someone's head and it won't hit after 5 shots. And you think I'm going to suck, but no, it'll actually be my accuracy that's going to suck. So you have to get your accuracy up. The reason that Killer, while it sounds like such a great skill, is not so great in my opinion is because it's a killing skill. And in a team game, I always kind of fade away from these. When you're playing the game by yourself, these are your boss abilities because you're going to be killing every enemy and therefore proccing this ability every time you kill something. But for me, in a group, my teammates are going to be killing a lot of the guys and not me, and therefore I won't be able to proc this ability every single time and it loses its value. But my accuracy will always be important, so that's why we're going to go 5 points into that. And opening up the third tier, we got 1 shot, 1 kill. That's awesome. That's like a Marine Corps thing. The first shot fired from a fully loaded magazine causes bonus damage. We've got Bore. Your shots pierce through enemies. If your shot hits an enemy after piercing another enemy, it causes massive bonus damage. Bore does not work with rockets and some other special projectiles. Also, while Deception is active, your visor will highlight enemy critical locations. That's awesome! How many times have you had people lined up and you could have taken out a lot more people, especially in like swarms of zombies and stuff like that? And then I really like the idea that when you're in Deception, it highlights your critical locations on your enemies. This is going to help me become a better sniper because if there's strange enemies that have unique critical locations, or just simply because it's going to help, you know, get my accuracy pinpointed to those locations. I always, in the first game, was guessing when looking at an enemy what the hitbox was for shooting them in the head. Was it like right in the face? Was it at the neck? Was it at the top of their head? This is going to help me with that, I think. And last, we have Velocity. Increases bullet speed, damage, and critical hit damage with all guns. This is a static ability. It doesn't proc. Bullet speed goes up huge amounts, 20% per point. Critical damage goes up static, and then gun damage goes up. This is obviously a musket skill. Bullet speed, again, very important for snipers because you want to be able to hit something in your sights without having to lead the target too much. So this is the way I chose to do this. I went 5 points into Velocity. It's way too important. And 1 point into Bore. And we've unlocked Kill Confirmed. Aiming down your sights with your gun grants you a bonus to critical hit damage. The longer you aim down the sights, the greater the bonus. It's not like the most ultimate end-all ability, but since you're not choosing, you're going to have to go with it if you want to unlock what's farther down the tree. And these abilities sound really awesome, so we're going to have to put points into that. And I'm leaving it at 4 out of 5, so I don't really need to put the 5th point in because I have spent an extra point here on Bore. At 1 with a gun, it improves your accuracy even further with sniper rifles. Again, very important. Increases your reload speed and your magazine size. So this is all about snipers now. This is like a sniper ability. Obviously, you're going to put all your points into that. Then you unlock this last one. Critical Ascension. Scoring a critical hit with a sniper rifle increases your damage and critical hit damage with sniper rifles. The effect can stack up to 999 times. Stacking slowly decays if you haven't scored a critical hit in a while. I don't know if this is a typo or what because it sounds way too overpowered. Plus 6% critical damage per stack, 5% damage per stack. If it stacks up to 999 times, I don't even know what to say. That would be like instant kill on everything. So I don't know if that's a typo or what, or if maybe the time between the stacks is so limited that you could never get it that high, but it just obviously is too good to pass up. So we get that last ability. And now, like I said, between these two trees, this is the one I would go for next. Fast Hands, increasing your reload speed versus getting hit by a melee attack and doing more damage with melee. That's obviously not important to me, so I'm going to go 5 out of 5 on Fast Hands. Fearless, when your shield is depleted, you gain an increased gun damage and fire rate, or Ambush, increased damage while attacking from behind or an enemy that someone else is attacking other than you. I don't know this one so well. This one is a guess, because what does it mean when your shield is depleted? Does it mean that your shield has taken damage, or that your shield is fully depleted and that you're taking health damage? If it's the first, I think I might actually prefer Fearless, because you're going to take hits from enemies all the time, and the bonus you get here at 5% fire rate and gun damage 3% is larger than what you're going to get from Ambush. However, since I do believe it means your shield is completely depleted, this is the one I'm going to go with. Not so much am I always expecting to be attacking enemies from behind, but as a sniper, I can easily see what my teammates are attacking and attack that same enemy, and therefore get this bonus. So I'll put 5 points into that, and I unlock what's down here. Rising Shot. Each successful ranged or melee attack gives you damage bonus for a short time. It can stack up to 5 times. Death Mark, which is like a really cool support ability. Doing melee damage to an enemy marks it for death for a short duration, and it causes it to take an additional 20% damage from all sources. And we have Unforeseen. Your holographic decoy explodes when you become visible again, causing shock damage. This is very similar to the Siren from the first game. Not too hot about this one. This is awesome, but as you can see, I've only got 9 points remaining. I have to be kind of picky about what I do here. So here's what I'm going to do. 4 points into Rising Shot and 1 into Death Mark. Death Mark is such a good support ability that I don't want to pass it up, even though I'm not going to be melee focused. When we're fighting some very tough mobs like boss mobs and things, having an additional 20% damage on that is going to be really nice for the team. And the last thing we have here. While Deception is active, you gain an increased gun damage, health, regeneration, and movement speed. So this is going to make my ability much more useful for me. And I would go ahead and probably dump my last 4 points into this. So these last 4 points kind of are floating around for me right now. I might want to put that into here. I might want to put that into here, here. Or I can go back and get some things like optics. So this is kind of where I'm at. This is where I know I want to be right now. And those last 4 points are going to go somewhere useful. So there you go, guys. That's my build with Zero the Assassin. Be sure to look forward to the 4-player Let's Play series coming up soon. Borderlands will be out very shortly. Maybe the other guys will get on here and be able to talk about their builds and their characters a little bit more as we get that figured out. But thank you for staying tuned. Be sure to share the idea with your friends. They need to be subscribed to this channel to make sure they don't miss this. This is going to be a great Let's Play. My name is Vicious, and I'll see you guys next time.